everyone, this is Yahshell from blackdomesticdiscipline.com, and I'm here with Mista Calhoun. He's very experienced in the lifestyle. He's been doing domestic discipline like before I have, and he also is into BDSM and stuff like that. So he's been like really helping out a lot, teaching me a lot of stuff, coaching me, giving me advice, helping with the Facebook page. He's the administrator on Black Domestic Discipline Facebook page. So we had some issues and we're here to work through some things.
Well, definitely we haven't had any issues.
No real issues. I guess I have an issue because you think I need to be spanked for something.
You do. We'll get to that. That's true. But going backwards, I haven't had to help you with anything. Cheryl's way more capable than even she knows. And all we do is give each other reminders because we see things from different perspectives. Because I'm a black man, she's a black woman. So the things that I don't see, she sees, and the things that I may see, then she helps me out. So that's how it works. And as far as the experience into it, I've known about domestic discipline longer, but she's practiced it way more. I'm still single, and you're in a working domestic discipline marriage. So
y'all hear that, ladies? He's single.
She's in it. So as you can see, she's way more knowledgeable than even she portrays because of her humility. And so a lot of times that gets looked over or taken advantage of, which leads to why I feel she may need to be spanked in some regards.
Why do you feel like I need to be spanked? That's what I want to know.
So because of your humility, and because of your just being open to some of everyone and letting everybody into the space. And sometimes when you do that, everyone does not mean you well. And when those people have any kind of room, what they do is they disparage it, or they try to tear it down, or they want it on their terms.
Which somebody recently did. I'm not going to say any names. We're not saying names, right?
No names. So because we keep the community. So
I don't want to say. I want to keep the community peaceful, but at the same time, I'm still trying to learn about BDSM and understand it so I don't offend some of the people who practice domestic discipline and BDSM. So I kind of, I guess did like, we were supposed to do an interview. He does BDSM. Anyway, it didn't turn out good at all. So.
And because of that, what happened is the backlash that sometimes you incur in that, because when you're going into those realms, especially with other people, they already have a solidified following, almost a cult-like following. And so when you go in and then you give it your way or your perspective, or you try to go against it, then the first thing that people do is attack not only your character or what you stand for, then they also attack.
That's exactly what they did.
That's what they did, and they also attack your headship arrangement.
And it's like if you don't agree with every single word that they're saying, they just shut you down and they get on your page talking bad about you, they called me every single name in the book, and I'm like, whatever. At this point, I'm really getting to where I just don't care, because I know I'm not out here for that.
Right, and you have to. So
I'm trying to help relationships,
Right, and so what you have to do when you in that ballpark, when that's your aim and your goal, and that's the only way you have to stick to it. And when you try to grab other individuals, some people come, some don't. But when the ones who don't, you have someone like me going, hey, be careful with that, or hey, leave that one alone. And you go ahead, no, I think it's okay. So it's just like if you're playing with a cactus. Now, cactus, it's not just a prickly fruit. It's some good stuff. It has a lot of minerals. It has some good things in the cactus. But you have to know how to handle it. And sometimes you grab it. And all I'm saying is careful, it's a cactus. And you don't hear me when I'm saying careful, it's a cactus. And that's the only thing, because again, they not only drag you in, a lot of times they come at your husband also. And that's why I said he needs to spank you. And one of the things that I did see from the other person, who we're not going to mention, is it was a disrespect towards your head of household.
Yes, it was. You seen that? That was my whole point with him, is you're disrespecting my husband.
So, but that's when you have to stop it and not entertain any.
That's why I said, like,
and sometimes
I'm not even talking to him anymore.
Sometimes you let it go a little too far.
Yeah, it went too far. It did.
And so that's why I said that, because on the flip side of it all, you still have me on the other side trying to, give you, I'm the warning sign that's saying, careful, curve ahead, go 25 miles per hour, and you put your foot on the gas and take it 60. So that's the only thing. And that's just because of your passion and your willingness to work with others in the community. And that's how you find yourself in some of these situations. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's commendable, actually.
Okay, I appreciate that, but at the same time, there has to be a way around me getting spanked for this. Like, maybe you could just forgive me and we could just move on and just forget the spanking.
I know it. The first 2 times, maybe, but not the third. Baseball rules, 3 strikes and you're out.
What?
So, first time was maybe like, hey, warning. And the second time was like, you know what, maybe a little spanking. But the third time, a severe spanking. Here's why. Because, again, you not only place yourself in that situation, but the person who took most of that hit besides you was your husband. He got slammed for a guy who was being disrespectful. But everyone in the comments that I was looking at slammed him. The other part about it is because we both interact on social media, and that's about how a lot of us meet on social media. So when they slam you, a lot of times they slam someone who's a bystander.
Like affiliated, yeah.
It can be me. So, and I'm not as patient or humble as Yahshell. So
yeah, I know you one of the crazy ones.
I know
you just look innocent. He's not innocent.
And we'll go left. So, and I understand everyone has something different. There's a different working dynamic with everyone, and that's the whole problem I have with us trying to do concrete guidelines in anything, because life isn't concrete. Life is a lot of grays and very few black and white. So when it comes to BDSM, or when it comes to domestic discipline, when it comes to different relationships and dynamics, everything is different and it's your rules. So we can't make concrete anything. Just like domestic discipline. No 2 domestic discipline relationships are the same. They are what you make them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out this.
There's no way to get around this spanking, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. There has to be.
There's no way, absolutely no way.
Oh my God.
And I gave her the out because I said, I'll tell you what, you tell your husband I won't.
I guess, okay, I just don't want to get in a situation where everybody feel like they can contact my husband and have him spanked.
And tell on you?
Yeah, and tell on me and then get me spanked all the time.
So, that's not what I do. Again, we've had this conversation.
No, I know you don't do that.
But some people may try to manipulate.
All right, I'm going to go ahead. I just want y'all to know, don't be trying to get me spanked over some silly stuff. I'll go ahead through with the spanking, but don't do that.
Trying to get in trouble. Y'all terrible.
They are, man.
So, no, that's not how it works, and you have to have a valid reason for it. It's just as if we practiced the 4 Ds, and in the 4 Ds, I feel it was 2 things that was violated. One of them was as far as danger is concerned. And when I say danger, I mean it was dangerous because of the backlash that you received and the way that went. That's why it was dangerous. And there was disrespect, not just from his part. I do feel disrespected when you don't listen to me saying some of them in your best interest is. I take a lot of the brunt here.
Yeah, I know you did. No.
And just let you.
I know. I know
fall
you
down
did.
there.
And
rabbit hole.
You're always there, and you've opened up my eyes to a lot of things. I'm dead serious. So I appreciate that,
Yeah. So that's the only thing. And so what's the purpose of domestic discipline, right? It's to help learn and get that structure, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just not looking forward to this spanking tonight.
Well, if you earned it, you have to pay the price.
Oh my God.
You have to pay the price. You want it. This is what it costs. That's all.
All right. So, do you have anything else you want to tell the people, like domestic discipline?
Well, I think it's the way to mend communities. It's namely our community, and I think it's needed to do such. And I know it's becoming this thing, and it's not just from you, but I'm saying other people that's doing almost like domestic discipline versus BDSMers. And to me, that's almost
I know
doing light skin versus dark skin. We keep trying to be divisive, and that's the thing that our country's doing, and that's what keeps, furthering the cause.
That's what I felt this past situation with him. It's dividing domestic discipline people on BDSM. All I was trying to do is get a clear understanding of exactly what BDSM is. And the way he explained it, it sounded sick. It sounded like he was trying to tear up my marriage. I'm trying to build marriages, and he's trying to I'm not going to say what he did. I'm not going to do that.
Well, so but again, it's their interpretation of it. So all BDSM, people who practice BDSM is not the same. People are in the bondage, people are in the impact play, people are in the waterboarding, people are in interrogation, people are in all type of stuff. Master, slave, all type of stuff becomes. Your listeners may do role play, and that's a part of BDSM. But that's the part that people don't understand. This is a fine line we're on the same street here.
Yeah, but if you see somebody married, you're not going to try to break up their marriage by telling them that.
So again, that goes back to how that person practices. A lot of people that are married that's in certain parts of this lifestyle, they have playmates. They have, and their marriages are cool with that, as long as it's not sexual. Some do go sexual, some don't. There are a lot of people who are married that involve themselves in the scenes.
Well, we don't. We have a close relationship,
and that's why
he couldn't respect that.
That's what you have to say. So when you put that out there and you stand by what you say, and that's what you have to do. That's you making sure that someone doesn't respect your marriage, disrespect your marriage. Because we're friends with a lot of the fellas on OKG, and they have a different dynamic than you and your husband have a different dynamic. Their dynamic isn't wrong. That's their dynamic. Yeah. That's how they practice their discipline, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. One thing that they have in common that good masters, good HOH, head of household, good tops, good dominance, is we have the self-control to respect someone else's dynamic. Okay. That's if they want you involved or not. That's if just discipline or spank for other reason or whatever it is. If you're a good one, you do not cross certain lines. And if someone is crossing those lines, then they're not very good. They're not a good dominant at all. They're not someone who can lead. And you have to have self-control. You have to be disciplined if you're taking on the role as a dominant. Mm-hmm. And if you do not exhibit those qualities, how can you have the control to either administer discipline or administer pain? You have to be able to control yourself and not lose yourself in that. So that's telling of somebody who keeps on, stepping over boundaries. Good dominants don't do that. Good HOHs do not do that. Good tops, they don't do that. They respect subs, bottoms, taking the hands, all those are respected. So if anyone's doing that, those are red flags to be honest. It doesn't matter who it is or who that person, what his name is, what he's done, what he is to the community. If he doesn't exhibit the elementary things, if you're talking to someone there, rocket scientist, and he don't know how to add or subtract, then you're going to question his degree.
Right.
So if you're talking to somebody who's supposed to be this world-renowned, this great, or this regional dominant, and he doesn't do the simple things and respecting somebody else's dynamic, which, by the way, a lot of dominants do not take lightly to that. You find yourself in some precarious situations by disrespecting somebody else's son. That's period. You'll find yourself in a violent situation like that.
Glad you said that. Damn, I need to record that. I hope that recorded. Yeah. That needs to be broadcasted like a million times. I'm for real. Dominants, they usually respect other dominants, right?
Yeah, you have to.
And also they're submissive. If they're not living that type of dynamic, then that's a good point that you made.
And there's a lot of events I go to, and hey, how you doing there? I have. And some of these are not domestic discipline. Well, most of them are not domestic discipline. Mm-hmm. So a lot of munches and stuff that I go to, and it's, hey, how you doing? Oh, you have to, that's my sub. Oh, okay, you have to get permission from him to talk to me. Yeah. And I don't cross that boundary. Mm-hmm. It's been said, I'm not studying him. He's this tall.
Just like what my husband did before we even started talking on the phone. I had we have to get permission to speak. I think that's just a matter of respect.
Right. And so
it's like he knows about you, you know.
Right.
He knows. So
so as a fellow dominant, you don't do that. That's very disrespectful, and a lot of times that does come with consequences. And anyone who knows a dominant like that or follows a dominant like that, then you should know how poisonous that person is to you.
Or that it could be. Like, I've seen how some of his stuff could work. If I was single, it would probably work for me. But I'm married, and it's like, I see that as being poison to me. That might not be poison to another woman, you know? Maybe her and her husband actually need that training because he is kind of submissive and he doesn't know how to be dominant. And one thing I can say about him, he's good at showing men how to be dominant towards the women. I would say that, but my husband doesn't need that training. So him taking his training and trying to bring it over to us is shown as somebody trying to drive a knife through our marriage or poison us or trying to disrespect us.
Well, I call it Jedi mind tricks. So you know in Star Wars you have Jedis, right?
Okay.
And you know the Jedis can control people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
But it's early on. That only works on the weak mind. So it only works with the inexperienced or someone who's open or gullible, or that void is open, or who don't have the knowledge. That doesn't work on someone who knows how it goes. Even if you don't have an alpha male, and you may have a beta male, and you want him to be, if someone comes in with some of the tactics that you were speaking of, that doesn't fly with the submissive.
Yeah.
Because you don't do that.
And that's why everything is shut down.
Right. You don't. You do not treat, if you're in a monogamous, not a polygamy, if you're not in a polyamorous, BDSM or BD or whatever relationship of any kind, you do not disrespect your head in any way. And it doesn't matter what somebody's trying to train you to do. You don't have some man comes in and play head, make your man less of the head because you're answering to him, you're following him. What happens when you leave? You don't respect your dominant anymore. You're still going after this guy.
Exactly.
So that's why that's manipulation that cannot be used. And it just works with those who do not know, or those who maybe open to have a void or some of that nature. That don't work on people who have sense, good sense in them.
All right.